what if the memories you hold most dear, the ones that define your past, were never actually yours to begin with? You believe you recall specific events, particular details, unshakable truths, but scientific examination reveals a collective consciousness has perhaps already rewritten them for you. Your brain, in its constant quest for meaning, often prefers a coherent, socially agreed-upon story over the messy, inconsistent fragments of actual experience. Today, we're dissecting the astonishing power of narrative psychology and social conditioning, unveiling how these unseen forces sculpt not just your opinions, but the very trajectory of your life, often without your conscious consent. You will understand the hidden architecture of your own perception and learn how to discern the difference between your authentic self and the person molded by a pervasive, unspoken script. The human mind is an unparalleled storyteller. From the moment we awaken, our brains construct elaborate narratives to make sense of the world, to predict and to plan. This isn't just about crafting fictional tales, it's the fundamental operating system of your consciousness. Every sensation, every thought, every memory gets woven into a personal, ongoing story. Researchers like Fruvek Bartlett, whose groundbreaking work in 1932 on reconstructive memory demonstrated exactly this. Participants recalling a Native American folk tale, The War of the Ghosts, consistently altered details to fit their own cultural schemas, their existing narratives about how stories should unfold. They didn't lie. Their brains genuinely reconstructed the memory, smoothing out the foreign elements, filling in gaps with familiar assumptions, creating a more coherent, albeit less accurate, version. Your mind isn't a video recorder capturing objective reality. It's an active editor, a playwright, constantly revising the script of your life based on prior experiences, cultural expectations, and yes, even the shared fictions of those around you. If our most personal recollections are so susceptible to narrative influence, how much more vulnerable are our actions, our beliefs, and our very identities? This fundamental storytelling mechanism takes a profound turn when it encounters the collective. Think about the Mandela Effect, that pervasive phenomenon where large groups of people distinctly remember specific events or details that demonstrably never happened. Remember the Berenstain Bears? Or do you recall the Berenstain Bears? Millions of individuals worldwide hold vivid, unshakable memories of the latter spelling, despite all physical evidence pointing to the former. This isn't about faulty individual memory. This is about a shared narrative, a collective script overriding individual sensory input. It's a powerful illustration of how a commonly accepted storyline, even an incorrect one, can literally rewrite the past for countless minds simultaneously. Your individual brain, encountering a compelling, widespread narrative, defaults to assimilation. It's more efficient to align with the dominant script than to stubbornly cling to a dissenting, isolated fact. This tendency extends far beyond memory, fundamentally dictating your present actions through a mechanism called social proof. Consider the infamous bystander effect, meticulously documented by psychologists Bibb Latané and John Darley in their 1968 research. You see someone collapse on a busy street. A medical emergency, perhaps. Your immediate instinct might be to help, but then you look around. Everyone else is walking by, eyes averted, seemingly indifferent. A powerful, unspoken script begins to play. No one else is acting, so maybe it's not that serious, or someone else will handle it. This isn't a failure of character, it's a testament to powerful, ancient wiring, a neural shortcut that says, if the group is doing nothing, then nothing needs to be done. Your perception of reality, and thus your response to it, becomes entirely dictated by the perceived script of the collective. You adopt their narrative of inaction, even when your internal compass screams otherwise. Imagine how many critical decisions you've made, believing they were uniquely yours, only to discover they were just echoing pre-written dialogue. This is the weight of understanding that much of what you accept as true or right or possible has been subtly curated by forces you never consciously perceived. But here's the critical shift. Recognizing this hidden architecture grants you unprecedented power. You can begin to rewrite the script. Here are 3 research-based techniques to help you break free from invisible narrative constraints. First, implement a daily script interruption protocol. At least 3 times a day, particularly when you feel a strong urge or hesitation, pause, and then ask yourself explicitly, whose script am I following right now? Is this decision truly aligned with my deeply held values, or is it an expectation planted by my family, cultural norms, social media feeds, or even a past version of myself that no longer serves me? This conscious self-interrogation creates a momentary disjunction, allowing your authentic self to step forward and evaluate the narrative. Second, engage in narrative pre-rehearsal for critical situations. Before entering any scenario where you typically find yourself deferring to others or succumbing to group pressure, a difficult conversation, a public presentation, a significant meeting, proactively construct your own desired script. Mentally rehearse not just what you will say, but how you will feel, the confident posture you will adopt, and the outcome you desire. This isn't wishful thinking. It's creating a robust internal narrative, a self-generated script that can override the external pressures and default narratives that might otherwise hijack your behavior. This prepares your neural pathways for the desired response. Third, practice the designated dissenter technique, both individually and in group settings. In a group, if you sense the collective moving towards an unexamined consensus due to social proof, volunteer to be the one who asks the uncomfortable questions. What if we're wrong? What evidence are we ignoring? Even better, if you're leading a discussion, explicitly assign someone the role of devil's advocate. This legitimizes a counter-narrative, breaking the spell of collective agreement. On a personal level, consciously seek out and engage with diverse perspectives that challenge your deeply held beliefs. Read opinions that make you genuinely uncomfortable. Actively listen to people whose life stories are dramatically different from your own. This deliberate exposure to alternative narratives weakens the grip of any single overarching script on your perception. You are no longer a passive actor reading lines written by others. You are the lead writer, the director, and the editor of your own unfolding narrative. You now possess the insight to see the hidden mechanisms that shape not just your own reality, but the perceived realities of everyone around you. This isn't about blaming anyone. It's about reclaiming agency, recognizing the subtle threads of influence, and choosing which stories you truly want to live by, and which ones you decide to cast aside. You now perceive the world as an intricate tapestry of interwoven narratives, understanding that every truth is a story, and every action an improvisation within a larger, often unwritten play. You've just peeled back the curtain on the deepest mechanisms of social conditioning and narrative control, understanding how your perception has been shaped. This profound insight into the scripts governing our collective and individual realities is merely the beginning. Next, we will dismantle the illusion of free will itself, exploring the hidden neural pathways that dictate your desires before you even feel them. Join us as we continue to unlock the full architecture of the human mind.